Hello everybody. Over the last few days, I've been searching for some more creationist content to debunk and talk about. And I went back to some of my recent videos to look at the channels that I reacted to. And the very first video that I did a debunking of was by the channel Answers in Genesis. I hadn't heard of Answers in Genesis before making this video, but since then I've learned all about them. I had originally believed that Answers in Genesis was just another YouTube channel trying to funnel creationist garbage into the ears of impressionable viewers. I now realize that they are actually a pretty large Christian fundamentalist organization, led by CEO and President Ken Ham, and has a pretty big sphere of influence. Answers in Genesis can be found on social media accounts, websites. They have their own creation museum. They even have a Noah's Ark theme park. The organization is about 30 years old, and it has a pretty established brand. I was expecting to get a good laugh, so after looking up their website, I looked for a minute and saw this video right here called, "This is how dinosaurs really went extinct." And knowing that these are the same people that think the Earth is 6,000 years old, I followed this video back onto YouTube to humor myself. The first 2 minutes are about what you'd expect, but then my laughter stopped after hearing what he had to say next.
Noah's Ark. They came off the ark after the flood. Those that were drowned during the flood, some of them were turned into fossils, which is why we have fossils of dinosaurs. And then because of the flood caused climate change. That's right. There's been climate change ever since the flood. If people don't believe in the flood of Noah's Day, they will not understand climate change. There's been all sorts of climate changes since the flood, and there will continue to be climate changes in a fallen world. The flood generated an ice age that caused dramatic climate change. Then the ice age started to recede. That caused dramatic climate change. So there's been all sorts of climate changes, not caused by man, only in the...
I was horrified to realize that along with these silly beliefs, they're going to peddle the extremely dangerous claim that climate change is not caused by human activity. And if you don't believe me that these ideas are dangerous, just wait. The actual United Nations put a disclaimer on this video calling out Ken Ham on these ludicrous claims. Now keep in mind that this is the same UN that turned a blind eye in Rwanda, so if they're saying things about this, then you know shit's real. And what's even more hilarious is that if you go to their site to look at global warming, they state that global warming is more intricate than a 48-minute film can convey. And then they go and convey it in 3 small paragraphs. So I'm sure that if there is a God, it is really proud of Ken and Answers in Genesis and their pursuits to send the human race back to the Stone Age. And then if you go to their website, they go off whining about June being Pride Month because they have nothing better to do. And if you look at these statements here, they are, in my opinion, designed to tell readers that being antagonistic by deliberately misgendering people is preferable because transgender people are trying to defy God. This viewpoint is unbelievably self-absorbed. It is obviously not them deliberately going against your God. They do not adhere to your God's guidelines. Now, if you go to their About section and look at their core values, do you really think that this is engaging non-believers with sensitivity and love? Of course not. Just as we do not adhere to the guidelines of their God, they do not adhere to the guidelines of their own core values. I know this video was short, but I do not see enough people pointing out this insane worldview held by these individuals. Until next time.